Hi, thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me on this beautiful, wonderful panel of harmonizing humanity and on this beautiful goddess temple with all of these amazing, amazing sisters. Thank you. I'm very truly honored. And I want to really start with this idea of the feminine and the conscious feminine and this whole concept of this time of great awakening that we're in. This is it. This is the time of the awakening to the feminine. You know, what we've all been waiting for. And the beauty is that the feminine is really about each and every one of us, and really about us stepping into this feminine essence that has been, underground, that has been rejected and has been demonized and has been really occulted from us for at least over 5,000 years. And so, as women, this has affected us greatly. And we are now returning to the wisdom that that we carry the medicine and that we are the medicine. We are that wisdom. We are that feminine consciousness. And so that is really important to know, because in this time of feminine sovereignty, what I'm calling this time of feminine sovereignty, it's really about us starting to really embody. Feminine is all about embodiment. It's not about an intellectual knowing, even though that's the first stage. We have to create awareness of something in order to then accept it and embody it, let it transform us, and then embody it in our being. But this is really about embodying these feminine aspects and realizing that we are that in our soul. We are the feminine essence. This is our sovereignty aspect. This is about us coming into sovereignty, about not depending, disconnecting from the outer for our value, to find our truth. This dependency that we've had on the outer world in order to survive, that no longer has to be. This is a whole new consciousness of sovereignty, of coming into our own hearts, of really realizing what this feminine power is that we each carry, and realizing that that is who we are, that we are this vessel, right, in our physical vessel that is imprinted with this universal qualities of the feminine face of the divine. And in that, we have access to source. We have access to the source of the great mother that has and is giving birth to us and everything in existence. And so as in that knowledge, we realize that we are that source, that we are the medicine for that which we're yearning for. We're the medicine for those places of separation, those places that are in pain within our own hearts, the places that and the aspects in our psyche that have been through this whole paradigm of pain and suffering. And so we carry the qualities, we carry that infinite love, we carry that infinite peace and joy, which I'll talk a little bit more about the ecstatic joy later on. But we actually not just carry that, but it's our birthright. It's who we are. And awakening to that, not just as an idea, but awakening to that in our reality. What does it feel like to be that infinite source of love on a practical level. Like, what does that feel like moving out into the world as love? What does it feel like to move out into the world as peace, as joy, as that inner strength, as that courage, to face whatever it is that we have to face. And so really understanding, that we are the medicine, that we can start to tune in to this medicine that we are, to this dimension, because it's like a field, right? It's like a field that we've been disconnected to. But as we drop in to our hearts and then deeper into our wombs, we start to really connect with this field. And there is where our individuated soul, right, the what we think of ourselves as, right, can merge or is merged with the consciousness of oneness, the wholeness, what I would call the Great Mother, right? The divine essence. And in our culture, we still call that God or Source. And so part of this knowing is really to allow ourselves to deeply be held in that love of the feminine, in that feminine womb, that cosmic womb of the feminine, of that Great Mother. And we have access to her right here. And not only do we have access to her, but we are her. We are expressions of that divine essence, right? We are expressions of her. And each one of us is carrying, even though we all carry these qualities, these universal qualities in our soul, in the secret of our soul. That's why it's secret. Each one of us has particular qualities that we feel more connected to, and that we are here. We are here to express. We are here to transmit. We are here to really bring this out into the world stage. And it doesn't mean that we all are doing it in one particular way, or as healers or as leaders, but we could be doing it with our family. We could be doing it at the grocery store. We could be doing it in whatever work we're doing out in the world. It doesn't have to look a particular way. That's the beauty of the feminine, is that we can accept all of these different expressions, right, as multidimensional being. It's not the singularity of the masculine. It's really expressing all of the colors of the rainbow, and realizing that we are each coming in, and we are each expressing our own individuated qualities, feminine qualities, because that's what's coming through. And a lot of times the qualities that we're each here to express and to bring onto and anchor that light in the world is really the quality that we've also struggled with in our lives. Some of us, it's usually wherever we've struggled, because it's almost like we've had to really explore that challenge, that end of the spectrum of not having that qualities. And then when we're able to have that quality in our life, when we're able to merge with it on the inner, then we're able to embody that, and then help others to embody that. And again, not from the outer, but truly from within. Truly from within. So this whole idea that that the love is within, and that the love, the peace is within, is really real. Like really real. Like love, this infinite love, is not created on the outer level in humanity. It's actually a divine quality. of source. And so we have access to that fountain. We have access to that source through our hearts and through our womb. Our womb is actually a source it's a gateway, right, that connects us to the source within, the unmanifested source, the place of stillness where the Great Mother is giving rise. It's that quantum field that gives rise to all of creation, including ourselves and including everything that we see and that we don't see, right? The seen and the unseen worlds. Because we have a lot of subtle bodies that we actually just feel. And when we're able to really drop into this essence in our bodies, we're able to, and to the source, to our feminine essence, we're able to also connect to all of the wisdom that has come through our ancestors, all of the wisdom, so that we haven't really lost anything. The only thing that's been lost has been in our consciousness, right? The wisdom is all there. It's all imprinted. It's all imprinted in our being, in the secret of our soul. And this is the ancient wisdom traditions, and it's our ancestral wisdom. And we're able to actually touch and connect and feel that reality. And so this is the place that we can access and live from, and also allowing this place to guide us from moment to moment. You know, most of us are used to making decisions from our minds, from our heads, and we can, when we make decisions by like weighing out the positive and negatives and, you know, seeing the pros and cons of something, we're able to not always realize that we're not using the rest, the true wisdom that's in our body. We're only using the intellectual, like the head womb. So we need to allow ourselves to connect with our heart womb and our sacral womb, and then allow ourselves to be led by this, you know, we can call it ancestral wisdom, but it's really the wisdom of the Great Mother that comes through us and that came through all of the wisdom traditions in the past that we know of. And this is a great way to start to awaken our own physical body, the sensations in our body, to guide us through life, to tell us, you know, is this really, you know, in my highest alignment, to move this way or to move this way, you know, because from our minds, we can't discern always what is in the highest for our soul. And so we want to really start to open up what we would call the eye of the heart, open up our inner vision, open up our capacity to see with our soul, to really tune into our soul and then navigate life through that. And that is really a beautiful way. It's like really about bringing, you know, we talk about harmonizing humanity, and it's really about leading with heart, which is what has been missing from humanity as a whole. We've left out the whole dimension of heart and soul, and, you know, life culture, this domination culture that we're still in, that's breaking apart, has been led without heart, without compassion, without infinite love. And thus we see all of the destruction and the horrors that we're witnessing today, and we've been witnessing for thousands of years. So I welcome you all to really invite this embodied concept of being the medicine. You are the medicine, and just really explore what that means for you and allow that feminine wisdom to come through and inform you. Thank you. It's been an honor. Thank you very much. Peace.